Hey there, Vault Dwellers, Naked Vault Dweller here, and in this video we're going to discuss what we think Bethesda needs to focus on for Fallout 76 in 2022. And I know before you even start to think about it, Bethesda doesn't even care what we think about, but I believe they do. Bethesda's made tremendous strides over the past year and a half on improving the content of the game and making it a better place for us all. Does that mean that this video will have any kind of impact on what Bethesda does in 2022? I believe that we can, and it could start by giving this video a thumbs up, because what that does is it shifts into YouTube's algorithm. It starts serving this video up to more and more players till eventually somebody at Bethesda watches it. And before we get too far into it, I just want to make it very clear, I'm not trying to bash Bethesda in this video, I just want to point out some things that maybe they're overlooking. Okay, so now that we have some of the niceties out of the way, I want to go ahead and direct you over to my YouTube channel where we have a community post where I did a poll for a number of different items that we thought Bethesda needs to focus on for 2022. In this part of the video, I don't want to go over the total results of the poll. I just want to make sure that you guys know that it's there. It's also a link right up here. If you go ahead and click that, that'll take you to the poll where you can go ahead and vote on it too. I'm hoping that Bethesda will eventually see it. However, I do want to direct your attention to Bethesda's Discord channel, which makes me wonder, does anybody know how to get in touch with Bethesda when you're having a problem inside the game? And you may already be aware that Bethesda sunset their forums earlier this year, which was a big way for players to be able to communicate with Bethesda and Bethesda staff. Now, I'm not complaining that the forums are gone, I just know it was a big way for a lot of people to communicate with Bethesda when they were having problems inside the game. And it was also a place where people could come in and throw a temper tantrum too if they wanted to, kind of like Bethy. Anyway, getting back on topic with Bethesda's Discord channel, if a lot of people don't know how to use Discord or do not have a Discord account, or even a Twitter account for that matter, how are they supposed to get in contact with Bethesda? And I know this is not an old versus young thing here, because just the other day I walked a 20-year-old through getting into Discord and joining my channel. And I'm just saying here that Twitter, Discord, YouTube, Facebook, all those shouldn't be the end-all be-all. So my suggestion here is perhaps a better way, an easier way for players to get in contact with Bethesda when they need them. The next thing I want to address is the quality of life improvements that they've done in 2021 to improve the game. And you've done a jam-up job. And we definitely want to see you continuing improving on what you've got and making it a better place for us to play in. All I ask is that you please don't market a quality of life change as an actual update to the game. I think quality of life changes should be noted, but should be transparent to an actual update or content release. So market the heck out of a new event, or a new quest, or whatever else that seems to fall within the lines of an expansion. Just kind of lay off on the quality of life updates being an actual update. And I'm sure that the terminology here, some people are going to disagree with here, probably Bethesda, but really it's a selling point. And you want to sell your product, you want it to be able to stand upon itself, you want people to be able to look at it and go, that's a great product. They're not going to go, wow, because I can access these menus, or because I can do this a little easier, I want to buy this game. And the longevity of Fallout 76 and the Fallout series is paramount to me, just like I know it's paramount to you guys as well. And I just want to point out, I'm not bashing anyone here, and I'm not bashing anything here, that if you're going to sell us something tangible. Going back to the poll that we ran on YouTube, I asked players what they thought they would like to see in 2022 and what Bethesda may need to focus on in changing the game to make it better for everyone. In that poll, I asked what they thought about new enemies and new creatures, and 10% of the voters voted that in 2022 they would like to see new enemies and new creatures. And next we have new items, weapons, and armor, where 6% voted on that. And 29% said new events and new quests for Fallout 76. With new events and new quests, it would definitely make a difference for those players who've been around since 2018 and have done practically everything. And that's why so many people are looking forward to the Mothman Equinox when it comes out. It's definitely something new, it's definitely something different, and it challenges us inside the game. Next, we have expansion to the current map, with 46% taking up the votes. In this particular one, it's very near and dear to me because I really want to see new areas to explore. But apparently I'm not the only one that wants to see that too. 46% of the people want to see new areas for Fallout 76 in Appalachia. Now, does that mean that the pit will satisfy that yearning that we all have to explore? I don't think anybody truly knows besides Bethesda what the pit really will bring. Does the onset of expeditions for Fallout 76 mean that they're going to expand the map and make it bigger, or is it just going to be something like Daily Ops? Based upon the teaser trailer they released in 2021 at E3, it makes me think that the pit will actually be something like Daily Ops. But I truly hope that's not the case because, well, we have the Daily Ops. So not to beat a dead horse here, expansion to the current map, 46% of the votes went to that. We all want to see a new area to go to. Please and thank you. The last piece of the poll with 8% of the votes is even more quality of life changes for the game. There's definitely more that people want to see with quality of life changes. People want to see a text-based chat system built into the game. People want to see the PvP system overhauled and expanded. and people definitely want to see a better way to trade inside the game that's less riskier. And I'm just curious how many times Bethesda feels a tech support call that somebody got ripped off during a trade. I read about it all the time on Reddit, on Facebook, I see it in the Discord channel. It happens all the time. And I totally get it. These kind of quality of life changes is not something you can just kind of develop overnight and expect them to be working the next day. But I can't tell you how many times I'm actually in a team and I'm communicating with them in the audio, but they're not communicating back to me through their audio. Yet they can hear every word that I have to say. Some players just don't want to talk into a microphone, and sometimes there's players that I don't want to hear on their microphone, going to the bathroom or, eating ice. This kind of change would definitely help the hearing impaired out, but it would also allow the players that choose not to use voice audio to be able to communicate with people that either are or are not using audio. Since Bethesda's played taps on Nuclear Winter, a lot of the Nuclear Winter players that love and enjoy PvP don't have really an outlet for them to turn to. And I am not one of those players, but I did enjoy playing Nuclear Winter from time to time. Now, I don't think that turning your pacifist mode or playing Hunter Hunted is a viable solution to the PvP itch. And I know you guys are going to say, well, you can just jump into a custom world and you can do pretty much whatever you want, or even do one of Bethesda's custom worlds like High Risk, where you can kill virtually anybody you want to and get away with it. I mean, that's what you're there for, right? All I'm saying here is you definitely want a one-stop game for everybody, and if that's the case, you got to make PvP part of that scenario. The last thing I want to point out is recently there was an AMA, which is an Ask Me Anything with Todd Howard on Reddit, where user ShepardEG asks, "Good afternoon, Todd Howard. Did you know that the Custom Worlds mod is much less popular than the Nuclear Winter itself? Is Bethesda ready to bring Nuclear Winter back to the game and its players while it's still possible?" Todd's response, "We're pretty passionate about giving our players tools to mod the game, and thus shifted our priorities to custom game worlds. More to come." Now, I don't know how many people have actually tried custom game worlds. I've actually gotten into mine several times to do some testing with, but other than that, I don't really play a whole lot in the custom world. And if Bethesda's thinking about modifying custom worlds a little bit more to make it more appealing for people to get in there and play on, I'm definitely on board for that. Really don't know what to think with Todd's more to come comment for custom worlds, because it's kind of ambiguous. I would hate to see such a big project sidelined because people weren't participating in it, kind of like what happened with Nuclear Winter. But Bethesda, if you are listening and you are taking notes, the Naked Vault Dweller wants to be able to lock the time on the server so that I can keep it 12 in the afternoon all day long. When you look up above, you'll find that link that will take you to the community tab for the Naked Vault Dweller, where you can vote on this poll just like, so many other people have. Maybe Bethesda will take notes of what we have to say. Maybe they already know. Either way, I'm super proud to be in this community with you guys. This is the best community I've ever been in, and I've been gaming for a long time. So comment down below, what kind of changes do you want to see in 2022 for Fallout 76? I know I'd like to see them bring legacies back, but I'm not holding my breath for that. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to watch the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in Appalachia next time. Take care.
Then I think you got to jump on this team, don't you? May not need to. I've had people come in behind me.
That's what she...
Yeah.